Hi, I'm Teodross Avery. I'm a tenor saxophonist as well as soprano saxophone. I play jazz and other styles as well, and happy to be here to talk to you about playing music. I play the V16 T6 metal mouthpiece with a medium chamber. I play the Optimum ligatures and also the size 3 green box of the Vandoren Java reeds. All right, well, I've been playing Vandoren products for quite a long time. I've been playing the reeds since I was about 17 years old. And without you really knowing how old I am, that's a long time. But I love the Vandoren Java reeds because they are consistent and they are strong reeds. I've played other reeds where I played it and by the end of the night, the reed was all busted up. And I've gone through, maybe 2 reeds in a night. So with these Javas, they're like very sturdy and very consistent. The tones that I can get are very consistent and they can take a beating. I can play jazz and I can play very softly on the saxophone. And then I can play with, electric bands where I have to play very hard, and very strong because I'm competing with guitars and keyboards and amplifiers. And the Javas can withstand the pressure and also give me the sensitivity that I need when I'm playing acoustic music. I love this mouthpiece. It's very sensitive. I can play very softly or I can play very loudly and still achieve a really universal sound on my horn. I don't have to get another mouthpiece and put it on and say, okay, now I'm gonna play this style of music. It can really function in all styles. And it's a sensitive mouthpiece. I can whisper on it or I can scream loudly on it, and it can really put the sound out there to the listener in any situation. These ligatures right here are really great. They come with 3 plates. So if you are playing and you want to achieve a different kind of tonality to your sound, you can just slip a plate in and get to that without dismantling your whole system. A lot of times cats, when they want a different type of sound, they got to get a whole new mouthpiece or a whole new ligature or a different type of reed. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I can just take this ligature, slap on another piece of metal, achieve a different, resonance from my mouthpiece and my horn, and get another sound happening. And they're all very consistent. And the thing for me is when I'm out here gigging or I'm doing any kind of shows or anything, I need consistency. I really don't need to haggle with a mouthpiece or with a ligature or with a reed. I just don't really have time for that. What I also don't have time to do is soak reeds. I'm not one of those guys. I like to just moisten it, put it on, and see if it works. And this setup is perfect for that. I don't have to dig around and try to achieve it. It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what I was trying to show you just now is how you can take a piece of the composition that you're playing and you can make it a part of your solo. This is just a different approach. Sometimes we don't want to play anything related to the song at all and just make it our own expression. But sometimes it's good to take pieces of the composition and make that a part of your solo. So right there, I was just playing Footprints by Wayne Shorter. So there's a motive that he writes in the song, and it's at the very end, it's the very last phrase. So like you could take that phrase and you could play it in different keys in your solo. So you say if you say, that kind of thing. So you can kind of move it around. This kind of playing is really coming from a compositional approach. But there are people like Herbie Hancock, of course, and Wayne, and people who just move these phrases around. Definitely not a bebop thing, but more of a classical music approach to playing in jazz. So, it's a way to always kind of quote the song and make your song related to what the composer meant. That's just another approach. I wouldn't do this on a song like Giant Steps. It's a little different because that kind of song is made for you to really showcase how well you can play the chord changes. So, that's just a little idea I have. So hopefully it'll help you while you're soloing on a song.